All right, hey gang, Nate Bear here, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance and Trade of the Day. And in today's video update, just want to kind of go over the indexes, check out what we've got going on here with the SPY, see kind of where we're at, where we're looking. Same thing with the Qs, and then talk about a setup that I'm looking for entry maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. So let's start with the SPY. So if we look at the daily chart here, and I'm actually going to hide all my many millions of lines that I have on this chart, right? But essentially the thing we're looking for is, check it out, right? Here's the all-time high. We're coming right back up to the all-time high. Very strong. I mean, we had this little pullback and what pullback, right? Right back up, right back up. So if we check out the SPY on 195-minute chart here, this is a very, very bullish, just sort of, it's not even like it's sort of like a cup and handle, but it's like, the handle is just right up underneath the highs. I mean, as soon as this momentum shifts, it's just get long, stay long, don't fight the Fed kind of a situation. It's actually a little different in the Qs, believe it or not. The Qs here are not nearly as strong. So, remember we talked about the SPY up here at all-time highs. Now, frankly, this pattern is still pretty bullish. I still like this for a move higher, but it's not as strong as the SPY. And why is that? Well, the biggest reason is the names in the Mag 7, the big tech names that have led everything higher for what seems like forever, have sort of taken a break. And that's fine. It's healthy. It's normal. It's okay. It's no problem with that whatsoever. But interestingly enough, the Qs are not quite as strong as the just S&P 500 here, which is interesting, but very bullish. Again, I expect that we're going to go get new highs, this week in the S&P 500. And until further notice, I'm sort of bullish with an eye, just out of that corner of my eye, for downside volatility. But you can't argue with new lifetime highs, right? There's nothing bearish about new highs. So if we go over to here to Sam, I just want to show you guys this again. This is my AI scanner, and this is the data as of Friday's close. So I've just got this sorted. I've got this on my watch list, and I've got this sorted by S up, which basically says, hey, how many A plus squeezes on all the different time frames that I watch, and give me the cream of the crop, right? Give me the best of the best. What's looking really, really good. And I've kind of gone through this list a little bit before the video. And the one that I like here is actually Spotify SPOT. And if we look at this on a daily chart, a couple of things I want you to notice. Number one, very strong chart, right? This is right back up to to all-time highs set back in 2021. Really, really strong move. Very strong as of late. Very strong since really the beginning of 2023. And we've got a couple of things going on here. We've got a daily squeeze that's well developed. We've got, price up here near the 52-week high, which is right there. We've got an earnings winner. So we have an earnings winner that is now consolidating. And we've got a situation here where we've got 4 A plus squeezes on the daily, the 195, the 130-minute charts. So we've got squeezes on the big time frame charts. The daily's right here, the 195-minute right here, and the 130 right here. So we've got trends that are in place with the 8 over the 21 over the 55. We've got bullish patterns, and we've got squeezes with momentum shifts, right, in all three cases. So I am going to be looking at getting some Spotify calls probably tomorrow. So if we take a look here at the option chain for Spotify, what I always like to start with is like, when are their earnings? Do they have earnings coming up? Not really, right? Not until the end of October. My son's birthday, October 31st. Halloween, baby. And anyway, so with Spotify, what I want to do is just go out to October, the monthly options, the October 18, 2024. These are a little bit expensive. So probably the thing to do is probably a spread. But if you don't want to do a spread here, what I would suggest is just getting these slightly out of the money calls, the 350 calls. Now, those are pretty expensive. So what we could do, we could play a little closer. 3 weeks out, let's go to the 920s. Let's do that instead. That's a little bit more reasonable. And I'm actually going to stick with the same strike, the 350 calls right here. Now they're only, $657, much more manageable for most of our accounts. So we're going to go with the 920, 350 calls on Spotify. And again, the same sort of principles apply. We want to try and pick it up within this pattern. If we check out the 195-minute chart here, we can kind of see this pattern really well. We want to try and position near the VP, which is right in through here. So that's around 337 or so. So I'm actually going to create an alert right here. Let's create an alert right here at 337. And if we get that dip, maybe Tuesday morning, maybe Wednesday at some point this coming week, I'm going to be looking to pick up Spotify for a move higher, going out 3 weeks in time and picking up some of those 350 calls. All right, gang, that's what I've got. I hope it helps, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Later.